The 41 Action News investigators have new information tonight showing Kansas City International Airport repeatedly in trouble with the EPA and the Missouri Department of Natural Resources. To solve those problems and many others, a plan for a new single terminal is in the works. Tonight, 41 Action News investigator Melissa Yeager shows us what she uncovered.
Well, these are just some of the warning letters sent to officials at KCI saying that too many of the chemicals used to de-ice planes are getting into Missouri waterways. KCI officials say this is something they deal with on a regular basis, but the design of the airport makes it very difficult for them to prevent it.
Kansas City residents can sum up their love for KCI in one word: convenience.
I can get through the tickets into the gates in less than 15 minutes.
I really think we're very lucky with a good airport.
With so much love for the airport,
the things that they don't see are the majority of the problems in Kansas City.
Aviation Director Mark Van Lowe is on a constant campaign to change public perception of KCI.
We say we love it too, but we can't keep operating it the way we are because of the expense and the inefficiencies to the airlines.
He says the design of KCI makes it difficult for airlines to move people and bags around quickly, costing airlines time and money. The airlines also foot the bill for KCI's operating expenses.
Just the cost to operate 3 terminals separately is hundreds of thousands of dollars for each terminal in extra utility costs, which they have to pay for.
It comes out of the
airlines pay for everything here. The taxpayers don't.
Another unseen problem is environmental. The ponds around KCI aren't exclusively for beauty. They're to catch stormwater carrying chemical runoff like those used to de-ice the planes. This warning letter from the EPA to KCI from 2010 shows that stormwater carrying those de-icing chemicals wasn't always going into those ponds, but was running off into Todd Creek. We also found other letters from as far back as 2008 from the Missouri Department of Natural Resources that reference similar issues. Airport leaders say it's a continuous problem because the airport has no designated area for planes to de-ice where they can capture those chemicals. Van Lowe says the only way to solve that problem is to build a new airport with a centralized terminal with a de-icing area to catch all those chemicals.
Early designs of a new terminal look really fantastic.
A preliminary plan is to construct a single terminal where Terminal A currently stands. This is an artist's rendering of how it would look. From the air, it would look like a sideways letter H. The design would have a centralized security and baggage screening area and incorporate emerging technology like using your smartphone to check in and track your baggage. Airplanes would also have a specific self-contained area to de-ice, allowing the airport to catch all of those chemicals. The shape of the terminal would also have room to expand to add on additional gates. Still, Van Lowe hears from people worried about what might be lost.
Well, that's their fear. It's
absolutely. It's frightening to think what we have and what we could lose. So we've told the architects, don't screw this up, because you've got a lot of customers here that love what we have right now.
All you have to do is try and catch a flight at 6 a.m. in Terminal B, and you'll know what I mean, that it's not a convenient airport or convenient to fly out of.
Kansas City Councilman Ed Ford was the lone vote against the last master plan that called for a single terminal, but he's since changed his mind.
Right now, Southwest, for example, can't expand their service, so when they add a flight, it's going to St. Louis or Denver or somewhere else. And so for the convenience of the traveling public, they're going to start losing out on some of the direct flights they now have and the opportunity to get more.
Ford says it's also about jobs. Early estimates show Kansas City would gain 1,800 new jobs for 2 years from just the construction of the airport. Kansas City also has the opportunity to gain jobs from airlines adding new flights.
We spent passenger taxes to build new airports recently in Indianapolis, Sacramento, and other places, and now it's Kansas City's turn.
Early estimates put the cost of building a new airport in the $1 billion range, and that would be paid for by airline passenger fees and federal money that's already set aside. Ford says since no local taxpayer money will be used, no local projects like sewers or roads will be impacted. Van Lowe is optimistic if they could hire an architect within the next year, they could have a new airport in the next 5. I'm investigator Melissa Yeager, 41 Action News.
Airport officials plan to move flights from Terminal A to Terminal C, then tear down Terminal A and build the new terminal in its place. Once the new terminal is complete, operations would transfer there with the flip of a switch.